I was going to go all gift and capitalist on you guys, it being the festive season and all. But with the Mars Online second round of interviews coming up, the story proved to be too exciting to miss out on, especially since we have a few Sapphirs who are in the running. It's a tale beginning to find its place in the older than time category, the mysterious red planet and cousin to our planet Earth. Mars has always been a planet of intrigue. From myths that have found place in native tribes to science fiction-themed novels and films, we're all seeing red. But could mankind be the start of a race of Martians? Enter the ambitious MarsOne mission. The planet has been dubbed the stepping stone of the human race on its voyage into the universe. Scientists and astronauts believe that placing a settlement on the surface of the planet will aid our understanding on the origins of life. So they're packing up and shipping out to explore a whole new uncharted frontier. MarsOne will select and train a human crew for permanent settlement expected to take place by 2025. The search for astronauts began in April 2013. Some were a bit too eager to leave their lives on Earth behind them, as more than 200,000 people from 140 countries registered for the first selection program, and now they've narrowed the sum down to 663 candidates. You'll be surprised to find that some of those are South African.
When I first heard about the MarsOne project, I honestly thought it was madness. Sending people to Mars to live there forever it's an insane idea. I had no idea why anyone would want to do that. And then after I thought about it for a while, I kind of fell in love with the idea because I think it's an amazing project.
This was it for me, and it's something that I've always wondered about my entire life. What it will be like on another planet, and I've always thought that I'll die before I'll know. And then I couldn't believe it, that this was a possibility to even do it myself.
It's not just the journeying to Mars, it's the journeying in total. It's the sense of adventure, the sense of doing something that nobody has ever done before.
The voyage to landing on the planet will take 7 months. The entire project is estimated at $10 billion. And since MarsOne is a Dutch-based non-profit foundation, the project is hoping to regain its proceeds through a reality show documenting the journey. So even the depths of space won't be enough to escape the horrors of reality TV.
Obviously, the idea that you can't come back is something that you consider when you apply for this kind of thing. You'll never see a tree again or drink a beer possibly. Maybe one day you'll brew Mars beers, but there's a lot of stuff that we take for granted here on Earth that you won't experience again. But you're making yourself open to an entirely new experience. Everything that you do there will be something that nobody else has ever done before.
So there are reasons scientifically why Mars is a feasible place to actually do this kind of settlement mission. It's the planet next door. There's large H2O contents in the sand. But in terms of exploration, I think the idea of moving off of Earth is just absolutely, it's the most exciting single idea I've ever come across. I've always been passionate about traveling. So next destination, Mars.
Though it is stuff made of sci-fi adventures, a new study has come to light that might put a dampener on things. According to researchers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, those who will survive the trip are likely only to survive a couple of months if certain prerequisites aren't met. The report details that though one might suspect that there would be too little oxygen, in fact, too much oxygen will be the issue. With crops grown in the same space as the people, at around 68 days, the first crops will reach maturity, causing a spike in oxygen. Oxygen is highly flammable and toxic and will need to be ventilated, but vents today can't distinguish between oxygen and nitrogen, so colonizers might have two choices: die of suffocation or go up in flames. But I guess if nothing's ventured, then nothing's gained. After all, we did send people to the moon with the computing power of a Nokia 3310.
I really don't have fears. I don't have a fear of death. I think there will be that, the stress would be good, you know, when you sit and do something for the first time, that rush. So I think I'm looking forward to that. But there's no fears, no.
Personally, my greatest fear is the next elimination round, where my fate will be in the hands of the viewers. But I can just imagine stepping foot on Mars, looking up at the sky, seeing that pale blue dot, realizing that that's where we came from and we made it, we're here.
Well, people often ask me what my parents think about the mission, and I'll have to credit them with this link. And they have said I must have the explorer's blood of our ancestors, because on both sides of the family, our ancestors embarked on kind of dangerous one-way trips down to the tip of Africa. And I think I will continue on in the spirit and hopefully be one of the first people on Mars as a South African.
I know all of this information must still seem unreal. To think in the span of a decade, these guys might make mankind's biggest leap yet a reality. Now that's a gift worth giving oneself. Hope.